Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. The glittering coastline of Monaco was supposed to offer the Forresters a brief escape from the chaos they had left behind in Los Angeles, but for Steffy Forrester, the sparkling blue water, luxury hotels, and glamorous fashion events only made the danger surrounding her family feel more impossible to ignore. Everywhere she looked, she saw smiling tourists, elegant couples, and wealthy guests enjoying the Mediterranean sun. But Steffy could not relax because one name continued to echo inside her mind: Sheila Carter. Steffy had spent years trying to convince herself that Sheila could eventually be controlled, contained, or pushed out of their lives. Yet somehow Sheila always found another door to walk through. Worse, Finn's complicated emotional connection to his biological mother had become stronger than Steffy wanted to admit. Finn insisted that he understood Sheila's history and would never blindly trust her. But Steffy had noticed something changing in him. Every time Sheila was threatened, Finn defended her just enough to make Steffy uncomfortable. Every time someone suggested Sheila should disappear from their lives permanently, Finn reminded them that Sheila was still his mother. To Finn, that connection might have represented compassion. To Steffy, it represented danger. Monaco was supposed to be different. Steffy had traveled there expecting business meetings, fashion events, and perhaps a chance to reconnect with Finn away from the endless battles of Los Angeles. Instead, Sheila had followed them overseas, and the moment Steffy learned she was in Monaco, something inside her snapped. She could no longer pretend that Sheila's presence was a coincidence. She couldn't believe that after everything Sheila had done, she was once again standing close enough to touch Finn's life, close enough to influence him, and close enough to threaten Steffy's children. Steffy began watching Sheila from a distance. She saw Sheila speaking privately with Finn near the marina. She noticed Finn's expression soften when Sheila became emotional. She even caught Sheila looking toward her with the faintest smile, a smile Steffy interpreted as a challenge. Sheila didn't need to say anything. To Steffy, that expression said, "I'm still here and you can't stop me." That night, Steffy stood alone on the balcony of her Monaco hotel suite overlooking the harbor. The sound of yachts moving gently in the water should have been peaceful, but her mind raced. She remembered every confrontation with Sheila, every threat, every lie, every moment when Sheila had come too close to destroying her family. Then she thought about Kelly and Hayes. She thought about Finn. What if Sheila manipulated him again? What if she somehow became part of their children's lives? What if Finn eventually decided that Steffy's refusal to forgive Sheila was the real problem? Steffy knew that fear was beginning to control her, but instead of stepping away from it, she let the fear become anger. That was when she made a decision that would change everything. Earlier that afternoon, one of Steffy's Monaco contacts had quietly mentioned a man named Adrian Cole, a mysterious private security specialist who worked for powerful clients throughout Europe. According to the whispers, Adrian wasn't officially connected to anything illegal, but when wealthy people had problems that needed to disappear, he knew people who could make that happen. Steffy had initially dismissed the conversation. She wasn't someone who hired criminals. She was a mother, a businesswoman, and the co-CEO of Forrester Creations. But as the night grew darker and the image of Sheila standing beside Finn replayed in her mind, Steffy reached for her phone. She stared at Adrian's number for nearly a minute before finally calling. "I need to meet you," she said quietly. "Tonight." Adrian didn't ask many questions. He simply gave her the name of a small private lounge overlooking the harbor and told her to arrive alone. Steffy changed into a dark jacket, slipped out of the hotel, and told herself she was only going to talk. She wasn't promising anything. She wasn't ordering anything. She simply needed to understand what options existed if Sheila refused to leave. But deep down, Steffy knew she was crossing a line. The lounge Adrian had chosen was nearly empty. Soft music played in the background while candles flickered across the tables. Adrian sat in a shadowed corner, calmly watching Steffy approach. He was older than she expected, sharply dressed, with the controlled expression of someone who had spent years keeping dangerous secrets. "Mrs. Finnegan," he said. "Or should I call you Miss Forrester?" Steffy immediately stiffened. "You know who I am." Adrian smiled slightly. "People who come to me usually prefer that I know exactly who I'm dealing with." Steffy sat across from him. "I have a problem." "Everyone does," Adrian replied. "The question is what kind." Steffy hesitated before finally saying Sheila's name. Adrian's expression changed. Sheila Carter, he asked. You've heard of her? Steffy replied. I've heard enough. Adrian leaned back. What exactly are you asking me to do? That was the moment Steffy should have stood up and walked away. Instead, she pictured Sheila holding Hayes. She remembered Finn defending Sheila. She remembered all the times Sheila had escaped consequences. Steffy's voice became cold. I want her out of my family's life. Adrian studied her carefully. Out of Monaco? Steffy didn't answer. Out of Los Angeles, he continued. Still silence. Then Adrian lowered his voice. Or permanently out of your life? Steffy's eyes locked with his. She always comes back, she whispered. No matter where she goes, no matter what happens, she comes back. Adrian understood exactly what she meant. There are ways to make sure people don't come back. Steffy's breathing changed. She knew the implication. I don't want details, she said quickly. I don't want to know how. Adrian's eyes narrowed. That sounds like you're asking for something very specific while pretending you aren't. Steffy pushed a small envelope across the table. Inside was cash and information about Sheila's movements in Monaco. This is only for surveillance, Steffy insisted. For now. Adrian opened the envelope and looked at the photographs. And later. Steffy stared toward the harbor. If Sheila tries to get close to Finn again, if she threatens my children, I need to know there's someone who can stop her. Adrian leaned closer. People like me don't deal in vague instructions, Miss Forrester. If you want protection, that's one thing. If you want Sheila Carter eliminated, that's another. Steffy froze at the word. Eliminated. It sounded horrifying when someone else said it aloud. She was about to respond when neither Steffy nor Adrian realized that Finn had just entered the hallway outside the lounge. Finn had awakened at the hotel and discovered Steffy was gone. At first, he assumed she couldn't sleep and had gone for a walk. But then he noticed her phone location showing a destination near the marina. Concerned, Finn followed. He wasn't spying on his wife. He simply worried she might be upset after another confrontation with Sheila. As Finn approached the private lounge, he heard Steffy's voice through the partially open door. He stopped instantly. I need Sheila gone, Steffy said. Finn's face tightened. He moved closer. Adrian replied. Gone has different meanings. Then Finn heard the words that made his blood run cold. If you want Sheila Carter dead, you need to say it. Finn stood frozen. For several seconds he couldn't breathe. He desperately hoped Steffy would immediately refuse. Instead, silence filled the room. That silence terrified him more than any answer could have. She has destroyed too many lives, Steffy finally said. She keeps coming back. She manipulates everyone. Finn doesn't see what she's doing. Finn's eyes filled with shock. Adrian asked, So you're doing this for your husband? I'm doing it for my family, Steffy replied. Finn may hate me if he ever finds out, but I'd rather have him hate me than watch Sheila destroy him again. Finn stepped backward, devastated. He couldn't believe the woman he loved was sitting inside that room discussing whether his mother should live or die. Finn knew Sheila's past better than anyone. He knew how dangerous she could be, and he had never forgotten the suffering she caused. But hearing Steffy speak about arranging Sheila's death was something entirely different. He wanted to burst through the door immediately, but another part of him needed to know how far Steffy was prepared to go. Adrian folded his hands. You haven't answered the question. Steffy's voice trembled. I want Sheila stopped. Permanently. Adrian pressed. Steffy closed her eyes. Images flashed through her mind. Sheila shooting her, Sheila threatening the Forresters, Sheila manipulating Finn, Sheila appearing at the worst possible moments. Finally Steffy whispered, Yes. Finn couldn't remain silent anymore. The door flew open. Steffy, he shouted. Steffy jumped from her chair, her face draining of color. Finn. Adrian immediately stood and stepped back. Finn looked from Steffy to Adrian, then to the envelope on the table. Tell me I didn't hear what I think I heard. Steffy's lips parted, but no words came. Finn, I can explain. Explain what? He demanded. That you're hiring someone to kill my mother? Adrian calmly moved toward the exit. This sounds like a family matter. Finn blocked him. You're not going anywhere. Adrian raised his hands. No agreement was finalized. Steffy quickly added, "He's right. Nothing happened." Finn turned toward her. "Nothing happened? I heard you say yes." Steffy's eyes filled with tears. "You don't understand." Finn stared at her in disbelief. "Then make me understand." Steffy took a breath and tried to steady herself. "Sheila followed us here. She keeps finding ways back into our lives. I watched you talking to her, Finn. I saw the way you looked at her. She's my biological mother." "Exactly," Steffy snapped. "That's exactly the problem. No matter what she does, some part of you feels connected to her." Finn shook his head. "Feeling connected to someone doesn't mean I approve of what they've done. But you keep giving her openings. And that gives you the right to decide whether she lives?" Finn shouted. The words hit Steffy hard. She looked away. "I was scared." Finn's expression softened for half a second before anger returned. "You were scared, so you hired a killer?" Steffy insisted. "I contacted someone who could protect us." Finn pointed to Adrian. "That's not what I heard." Adrian finally spoke. "For what it's worth, Dr. Finnegan, your wife hadn't formally instructed me to harm anyone." Finn turned to him. "Leave." Adrian glanced at Steffy. "I suggest you destroy my number." Then he quietly walked out. The second he was gone, Finn and Steffy were left facing each other in stunned silence. Finn's heart was breaking because this wasn't simply another disagreement about Sheila. This was about trust. "How long have you been planning this?" he asked. "I haven't been planning anything," Steffy answered. "I made a terrible decision tonight. You gave him money. For information. And then you told him you wanted Sheila permanently stopped." Steffy stepped closer. "Finn, listen to me. I was angry. I was terrified. I wasn't thinking clearly." Finn moved away from her touch. "If I hadn't come here, what would have happened?" Steffy had no answer. Finn's voice became quieter, which somehow hurt more. "Would I have woken up tomorrow and found out Sheila was dead? Would you have stood beside me while I grieved, knowing you caused it?" Steffy's eyes filled with tears. "I don't know." Finn looked devastated. "That's the problem." Back at the hotel, Sheila was completely unaware of what had happened. She was sitting near the outdoor terrace, speaking with Deacon over the phone, and insisting that she only wanted a chance to prove she could be different. Sheila knew Steffy would never trust her, but she had convinced herself that Finn eventually might. "Steffy thinks I'm here to ruin everything," Sheila told Deacon. "But I'm not." Deacon warned her that following Finn and Steffy to Monaco had been a terrible idea. "You're pushing Steffy too far." Sheila laughed bitterly. "Steffy doesn't need me to push her. She hates me for breathing," Deacon replied. "Then go home." Sheila looked toward the hotel entrance. "Not yet." That decision would soon put her directly in the center of the crisis. Finn returned to the hotel alone, leaving Steffy walking several steps behind him. She begged him not to tell anyone until they had time to discuss what happened. Finn said nothing. Inside the elevator, Steffy reached for his hand, but Finn pulled away. "Please," she whispered. "Don't shut me out." Finn looked at her. "You were ready to shut my mother out permanently." Steffy flinched. When the elevator doors opened, Finn walked toward their suite, but then stopped. Sheila was standing in the hallway. "Finn?" Sheila asked. She immediately sensed something was wrong. Then she saw Steffy behind him. "What's going on?" Steffy stared at Sheila with a combination of anger and fear. The sight of Sheila suddenly made everything feel real. Minutes earlier, she had been discussing this woman's death. Now Sheila was standing directly in front of her. Finn said, "Sheila, you need to leave." Sheila frowned. "What happened?" "Just leave." But Sheila noticed tears in Steffy's eyes. "Did she do something?" Steffy snapped. "Don't." Sheila looked between them. "Finn, tell me." Finn hesitated. Steffy's heart pounded. "Finn, please." Sheila's eyes narrowed. "What are you hiding?" Finally Finn said, "Steffy met with someone tonight." Sheila looked confused. "Someone?" Finn's voice cracked. "Someone she thought could get rid of you." Sheila stared at him. For once, Sheila Carter had absolutely nothing to say. "What does that mean?" she whispered. Finn continued, "I heard them talking." She was discussing making sure you never came back. Sheila slowly turned toward Steffy. You tried to have me killed? Steffy immediately answered. I didn't hire anyone to kill you. Sheila stepped closer. But you considered it. After everything you've done to us, don't stand there pretending you're innocent. Sheila's shock transformed into fury. You think you get to decide whether I deserve to live? Steffy fired back. You've made that decision for other people plenty of times. Finn stepped between them. Stop, both of you. Guests began opening doors down the hallway, curious about the shouting. Finn lowered his voice. We're not doing this here. Sheila's eyes filled with tears, but her expression remained fierce. You wanted me gone because you're terrified Finn might care about me. Steffy laughed bitterly. This isn't jealousy, Sheila. It's survival. Sheila answered, No, this is obsession. Steffy stared at her. You don't get to use that word with me. Finn looked exhausted. Steffy, go inside. Finn. Please. Steffy entered the suite, realizing that Finn was asking to speak privately with Sheila. That alone crushed her. Moments later, Sheila looked at Finn. Are you going to defend her? Finn replied. I'm not defending what she did. Sheila's voice broke. Then what are you doing? Finn sighed, trying to understand how everything got this bad. Sheila wiped away a tear. She hates me. Finn answered. You gave her reasons. Sheila nodded slowly. I know, but I can't change the past. You can change what you do now. Sheila looked toward the suite door. If I stay, she'll keep falling apart. Finn didn't answer. Sheila understood. You want me to leave Monaco? Finn finally nodded. Yes. Sheila looked heartbroken, but something unexpected happened. Instead of fighting him, she agreed. Okay. Finn stared at her. Okay. Sheila nodded. I'll leave tomorrow. For the first time, Finn wondered if Sheila truly was trying to change. But inside the suite, Steffy had overheard enough to realize Finn had asked Sheila to leave gently, not angrily. That made Steffy even more frightened because she could feel sympathy growing between them. Later that night, Finn entered the suite and found Steffy sitting by the window. She agreed to leave, he said. Steffy looked up. Just like that? Yes. And you believe her? Finn sighed. I don't know. Steffy stood. That's what I'm talking about. You don't know. With Sheila, you never know. Finn replied. And because of that uncertainty, you nearly crossed a line you can never uncross. Steffy began crying. I know. Finn looked at her, and despite his anger, he could see how frightened she was. Why didn't you come to me? Because every conversation about Sheila ends the same way. You tell me she's your mother. I tell you she's dangerous. Then nothing changes. Finn shook his head. Something has changed now. Steffy froze. What does that mean? Finn looked away. I don't know what this means for us. Those words shattered her. Finn, don't say that. You were willing to arrange my mother's death. I made a mistake. A mistake is saying something cruel. A mistake is missing a flight. This was different. Steffy walked toward him. I didn't go through with anything. Finn answered. Because I interrupted you. Steffy couldn't deny it. For the rest of the night, they stayed in the same room but felt miles apart. The following morning, Sheila packed her bags. Yet before leaving Monaco, she received an unexpected message from Adrian Cole. Your life may still be in danger. Sheila stared at the screen. How did Adrian have her number? She immediately called him.